Hi friends, I hope you're doing great. Well, I am. After 10 days without food and water, I got stronger. Yes, the Lord made me stronger. And the body is stronger than we think because the body is self-sustaining. In this video, I'm gonna explain how the body creates water when we don't drink, how it is safe to fast when you prepare well, and mostly, I'm gonna disclaim this now, we have to prepare, and without preparation, it is not wise to embark on a dry fast. I'm a trained faster, and I'm gonna explain how my body got stronger during 10 days, how the air nourished me, and how I went about my days. Alright, let's go. My name is Anna Hofstra, and I take you along on 10 days without water and food. So, some of you may know that my mother and I are working on our relationship. We are restoring our connection. We are working on connection and self-empathy. So my mother she helped me through those first days. She got me flowers, and this is so nourishing. The energy of flowers is energy of nature. And it's not only the scent, it's the presence, it's the healing power of flowers that really helps you. So put them in your house. And mostly emerge with all types of nature. And that's what I did. I started to sleep on the balcony, and I slept there for 8 of 10 days. And it was so peaceful. To sleep early, actually, I went to bed at 7 each night. And I tried to, because I didn't always make it. But once I was lying on my mattress on the balcony, I felt the peace of free flowing air, of God being near me, and of just watching the clouds, watching the sky get darker, was very peaceful. Yes, I was able to work. A lot of people think you can't do a thing, but yes, we can have light movement and light work. So I worked for a couple of hours on my project at home on my laptop. And in the first days, I took some extra rest just to build up the confidence. So I took naps. I took naps of 1 hour, and on day 2, I was lying there for 3 hours because it was the weekend. And the weekend for me is a great time to start a fast because most of us don't have to work. There's no pressure to work, so we can lean and ease in the fast with rest. I prepared the fast with eating vegetables and spending time on the beach. This is very important to not be overworked when you step into a fast. Your body needs to be already relaxed, ready to make this shift, to adapt to no intakes of food and water. Your body adapts. Yes, I got thirsty, but your body adapts to not consuming any liquids with the mouth. So it is allowed to rinse your face, right? So every time it was too hard, every time I felt tension, a lot of tension, I sprayed a bit of water on my face. And yes, I was able to rinse, I was able to take cold showers, but your body really creates water when you stop drinking. How does the body do that? Yes, how does it? It does it from the air that we breathe through our nose or mouth, from the air, the things in your English is not my first language. So your skin, when we walk at the beach with our bare skin, the drops of humidity are taken in by your skin. Your skin takes up humidity. Yes, it does. And besides that, there's also fat burned for those interested in weight loss. Yes, your body is still burning fat, and that creates water also. But indeed, for the most part, you can just hydrate from the air. That's why we need to sleep outside. That's why I did breath exercises and I did breath work in the bed on the balcony. So I went to sleep at 7 each night, then did the breath work and went to lie down. I had peaceful sleep in those days and I rose in the first days at 7. After that, on day 4, I started my duty on the animal yard. So my village has an animal yard and I'm so excited. You can see it because I'm a farm girl. I like being around animals. Animals are nature, right? So I immersed myself around those animals, got to clean them and feed them. And when I was done, I was lying on the grass there. So I really spent a lot of time in nature with animals on the grass as much as I could. And then in the evenings at 5 p.m., I was doing Qigong lessons. And Qigong is a very gentle, light way of movement. So that means that your body can be moving slowly without straining it. And that's what we want when we fast. We want to honor our body and to take it low, to take it chill, because we have to know what the body needs. Part of fasting is listening to the body, is listening to the cues, and not to the hunger cues, but let me see how to explain. It's partly a body, your body is adapting. So as your body is working very hard to adapt, we have to be gentle, and that's why gentle movement is appropriate. So walking, it can be a proper exercise, a way of moving, but it wasn't easy for me. I was scared when I was going to the beach with my mother and my bones were a little bit heavy already. It was day 4, we walked there, and I was like, ooh, I can barely speak, but let me just breathe. I just concentrated on breathing, and that's how we were walking, little bits and pieces. And I managed to breathe through the inconvenience, because it's not always convenient. One day is better than the other, but we have to learn how to cope with the inconvenience and learn how to breathe. So, apart from that, I had a great time spending it with animals. It wasn't too hard, but compared to walking, it was easier to take care of the animals. When I reached the end of the fast, things got better. I gained confidence and I knew that I was gonna make it through. And once it clicked in my head, once I had that confidence, I started to exercise more. And I really felt the urge to swim. And swimming is one of my main hobbies, but I went to the pool this time and I was swimming there with a smile on my face. And it was so good to be around water. And I didn't take a sip. I'm not a cheater. When I do something, I do it purely. And it was just so calming to be around moving water. And so I challenged myself a little bit and went to swim on my back. And it was harder to swim on my back, but at some point I overcame the fear. I used to be fearful to wreck my body because there are some health issues in my family. There's a health issue my mother suffers from that I was afraid of getting. But this time I was like, I'm with God. God told me it was safe to swim. I'm gonna swim on my back now. And I felt so free. I managed to make the strokes and it worked. Actually, wondrously, divinely, my body cultivated more energy. So once I got the hang of swimming, my body energized itself. And this is what happened to me in Bordeaux in France as well. And I'm gonna tell you this in another video. And I told this in the interview with Jerome Shaw, that once we move outside, it seems like the body is a dynamo, like a dynamo that generates energy. And this is where God steps in. This is the ultimate proof that the body sustains itself, that the body can create energy. And this made me overjoyed. And then on day 10, I was able to do the handstand against the wall. I knew that I was gonna make it through. It was the last day, and it's so wonderful to experience this. It's what I want you to have too. And if you're thinking about fasting, and if you're still here on this video, it's an absolute sign that you're meant to. So I created this I'm now creating it, a guide, a special 10-page dryfasting guide for renewal. So you can have that new version of you, that strength, and to be so energized that you can find your destiny if you didn't find it yet, or if you did. In my guide, I will guide you through autophagy preparation steps and explain how you get nourished during a fast. So dear friends, thank you for watching, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye. And keep up the joy. If you're interested in this special course, DM me, wait on Instagram, or send me an email, and I would love to hear from you. Like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. In the meantime, keep up the joy. Bye.